I wanted to work on an insert for this, but we've got a few problems. Now everything is pretty well organized. I got a decent amount of baggies, and I got plenty for like the cards, so I can have each one individually. But if you notice, the cards are too tall for the box to stand up. So I can't have, I could do it like this, and you could do little individual boxes for each one. That's possible, but doing flush boxes won't work. Now one sheet of this is a little too wide and a little too short. So this is a weird box. But by cutting out 4 of these, I can just trim this and then use the excess to extend it if I need. So I'm not going to worry about putting a bottom in that, but this will give me just a simple slide-in insert. And these are too wide to sit side by side. So I think I'm going to focus them in a corner. For now, it's on my shelf like this, but if I ever put it up on a shelf, then all the weight will be on the bottom if I ever stand it vertical. Alright, let me work on this and I'll show you what I'm doing. Even though I don't plan on getting rid of this game, I didn't want to glue this to the box, which would have been easier. So I've got a couple pieces of some just manila folder, and I did 2 pieces. Instead of doing 1 and trying to get it perfectly, I did 2 so I could slide it all the way against the sides. That way I could try to glue this to the sides. I had originally tried with 1 sheet and I just had trouble, so I just pulled it apart, started over. Right here where it did not quite, the sheets of chipboard are not quite long enough, I just filled in the gaps with a few pieces, which is what I'm going to do with my token boxes, and I'll show you that later. But now we should be able to do this the way I want to do it. So if we do this, then we can see where we need to glue. So I'm going to sand these just a little bit right here. Try to score it a little bit so the glue will stick better, and also in case there's any old glue there, just to smooth it up. And now I can glue straight to the bottom there and to the sides. It should work a little better now. I had some of these leftover pieces from other jobs, and so I'll use that, and I'll show you what I'll do here in just a second. This one's not drying completely well enough yet, and I accidentally put the walls on the outside, so it's a little bit bigger than I wanted. But I have some pieces of foam core here cut real small, and then I will cut some pieces of this the correct length and size and put them at an angle like I did in this one, so that then you can have your resources and just easily grab them, and as long as you pull them out from the sides here. These two, it's too tall there, and then down here at the bottom it's, so once you get the resource holders out, you can pull all these out real easy. Just pull them out from the side there. So that one goes there, and then this one will go right on top, and it should fit snug enough to hold everything in. And what I may do is go ahead and put another, just glue another piece right here, or like this. Yeah, that's what I might do. It's not going to be perfect or pretty, but it will work once everything dries. It's going to be, it'll be good enough. It'll be good enough. So I've had this on my table for about a week, wanting to work on it, and just have not felt well, and could not figure out exactly how I wanted to get it done. So I just figured I would record it and put it on camera as I was thinking and doing and trying. And let's see where, yeah, the first player marker is right there. So these will now be able to get the resources out really easily. You can just slide them against the side. And as that dries, you can't even see the glue marks anymore. So just put little angled pieces in there. So get those down in there. There we go. It's not perfect, but it works pretty well. And this box was such a weird shape. I really wanted to use foam core. It's easier to work with and make a nice insert, but it just wasn't going to work, and I could not get the cards to do the way I wanted. I mean, like I said, I could have angled them and just made 7 little pockets here, but then this piece would be loose also. So I think I'm just going to do this. It's not pretty, but I think this and this right here will help speed up the setup, tear down, and the play of the game. While people look through, they can pick out what symbol they want, and then they can do the color that they want. So we need to do something with that, but these will now be able to be separated. So one thing I have trouble with teaching with new players is during setup, these were all bagged up together. And until you get them side by side with their pieces, it's sometimes hard to tell between the yellowish gold, the orangish, and then the goldish copper. It's also a little hard to tell between the gray and the black in bad lighting. But you're supposed to have all the pieces of your color, including the piece, but then one of each color of these. And that always seemed to be just a little confusing at first, so just to speed that up, I'm going to go ahead and separate all those like this. And since no specific color goes for any specific tribe, now you can just let them pick out the symbol they like and the color they like, hand them to them, and they can start opening them up, getting their board, getting that set up. And then now I have enough small bags I can separate the home tiles from the cave painting tiles. And yes, I could have these in a little container, but you're not constantly reaching in and getting them. And I just think this will be a quick, easy enough solution. This will just speed up setup, especially for new players, and then resources during the game. Just small stuff. It's not perfect, but I mean, it does what it needs to do. For an insert, it's going to speed up tear down, setup, and a little bit of gameplay. I want to use the old insert in some way as like a cover, and it looks like if I cut it here and cut it here on this seam, it would fit pretty decently, but I don't know if I want to cut it like that or not. And I'd like to have the footprints, or at least this one. It's got some of the cave paintings and stuff on it. This one doesn't really have it. I think for now, I'm just going to put the middle part. I cut the middle part out, and then I've got both of these. Just use those as fillers to just kind of make everything level. I can put my manual right there, and it won't bend too bad. It fits in pretty nicely, and it gets the job done. It keeps everything better organized, keeps the resources from falling out. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it should speed up the game. Just make it a little bit quicker and easier to get set up and get going, and then to tear it back down. And hopefully now I'm starting to feel better and get some more videos out, but I just thought I would just kind of do this one on camera, show you, kind of the process of thinking about it and trying to figure something out, because this is such a small, weird box. But that'll work. It's a great game. I really enjoy it, and we played it over the Christmas break. Had a lot of fun. It's just got a few small color deciphering and teaching problems, and hopefully the what I just did will help with that. But there you go. Thanks for watching, everyone.